Hello people, I'm Fox, and today we're taking a look at a mod called Scape and Run Parasites. First and foremost, I wanted to say this mod has, of course, as the title says, parasites. So if you have fear of parasites, or, well, fear of getting infected by a parasite, or, well, this one is actually really gory. So if you don't want to take a look at this video, please don't. But if you do, it's I mean, it's your fault if you get scared and you can't sleep at night. Well, let's get into it. Scape and Run is a 1.12.2 mod, and well, CurseForge says it's in beta, so I'll say that it's in beta version as well. The basic logic of this is, of course, infecting and parasites. So as you can see, all of these are spawn eggs. Well, quote unquote spawn eggs because they don't look like spawn eggs. These, well, this is actually a block, but these are either jobs or crafts used for these two weapons, the living scythe and the living great bow. So let's, well, start off with that first. I have the recipes, or well, the part recipes here, and this is, I believe, all of the amount of things you will need to craft these weapons. So this is the living great bow side, this is the living scythe side, and well, first off we're going to craft this handle, or well, a stick. All we have to do is put these here, and bada bing bada boom, you got a living scythe handle. You will need 2 infected flesh, 2 leather, and 6 sticks, because you will need 2 living scythe handles. It seems that it's not stackable as well. So for the next one, you will need 2 infected flesh, of course, 2 reeker blades, and 2 long armor fragments. We will get into what these mobs are in just a few seconds, but first I want to craft these. You will have the living scythe blade for next. After that, we will create, I think, the top of the living scythe. I forgot the order of this, but it will be in, well, the right, will be the right crafting recipes as well. You will need 3 long armor fragments, 1 infected flesh, and a stick. With that, you can create the living scythe back. Okay then. The next one should be the core of the living scythe. For this, you will need 2 long arm fragments, 2 infected flesh, and the summoner core. Summoner core is, well, used only here and only in this craft. And after that, this should be, I forgot which part because I don't remember it now, and I don't know why I don't remember it. So you will need 2 infected flesh, 3 long arm fragments, and a reeker blade to create the living scythe head. And I forgot the recipe for this, so this is how you must put it into the crafting table. You will need the living scythe handle, another one, the living scythe core, the living scythe blade, the living scythe head, and the living scythe back. So let's put it into the crafting recipe, or well, crafting table, sorry. So this should be the right order. And you created a living scythe which is really strong, as you can see. It has 17 attack damage but 0.8 attack speed, and it's huge. It's interestingly probably not in the right direction as well, but that's, I think, for the best, because this thing is huge. Now let's create the living bow, or the living great bow. You will need, for the first part, you will need 2 infected flesh, 2 leather, and 1 stick, and 2 reeker blades in this shape as well. And that's the living great bow grip. After that, this should be the upper part of the living great bow. I'm going to put that there. You will need 2 long armor fragments, 3 sticks, and 1 infected flesh to create the living great bow upper limb. The next one should be the lower limb. It, well, almost requires everything else that the upper limb needed, but it will need 2 long armor fragments, 2 infected flesh, and 2 sticks. And bada bing bada boom, lower limb. And the next one is actually 2 crafts, so you need to get 2 of these to create the living great bow. Yes, okay. You will need 8 strings and 6 6 infected flesh in this shape. And there we go, the living great bowstring. It is still unstackable. The next is the yellow eye, which is, I think, believe it's the core. You will need 3 yellow eye bones, 2 long arm fragments, and 1 infected flesh. If you craft this in the right order, you will get the living great bow core, which is a lower capital C, which is weird. For this one, you will need to put the into the crafting. Come on, Fox, you can see it. You need to put it into the crafting recipe or the crafting bench in this order. So makes sense, I guess. The great bow grip in the middle, the lower limb into here, the upper limb into here, the great bow core, and the 2 strings to create the living great bow. This is also really. Let me just. This is also really strong. It doesn't say how much damage it deals, but as you can see, it can kill cows in 1 hit, kill pigs as in. I'm sorry, what? There we go, kill pigs in the same damage, and kill sheep in the same damage as well. Let me get a creeper because it doesn't burn in the sunlight, and I'm just interested, how many hits does it take to kill this 1? Okay, so it's really strong, as you can see, and I believe the living scythe can kill it in, I think, 2 hits. Yeah, in 2 hits, meaning that the great bow has almost 20 hearts of damage, which is not bad at all. Now, I have all of the spawn eggs, not quote-unquote spawn eggs, and a kit for me, because I genuinely don't know how much these guys will damage me, but I have a really strong great bow and a really strong scythe, and also diamond helmet, a diamond chestplate, diamond leggings, and diamond boots with protection 4 and falling on it, and feather falling, and a golden apple, or well, 4 stack of it. Just because I still don't know how much these guys can damage me. And there we go, and we get a normal diamond sword, just because as a, well, small factor of how much damage it deals, and how many damage or how many hits does that enemy take with a normal diamond sword. Now let me get into game. I probably had an aneurysm there. And let's start off with the infected boys. The infected big spider, the infected alpha, and the infected human. Next are the mobs, infected cow, infected sheep, the infected wolf, infected pig, and the infected villager. So let's take a look at these 3, which are, well, different, I guess. This is the infected spider, and oh my god, it doesn't deal that much damage to me, but it does deal poison, and it does spit cobwebs, which is an interesting thing. Well, I believe if you kill this with the living scythe, let me actually get one of these boys. If you kill this with the living scythe, they would drop, or well, they would get spawn, or it would spawn some parasites. So there we go. Spawn this in again, and let me hit it. Oh, there we go. Yes, as you can see, with the living scythe, if you kill it, it will drop small parasites, and that's interesting. Let me kill it with the great bow. I'm also hungry. Let me kill it with the great bow. Does it? Oh, I don't have an arrow. I'm dumb. I forgot. I should probably get an arrow for that. And oh my god, it does spit a lot of times as well. There we go. It's kaboom. And it usually spawns 5 or 4 of these boys. Also, forgot that I can't use a bow without an arrow. So let me get one, just because. Okay, there we go. Next one should be the infected alpha, which I have no idea what it is. Aha! It's a giant bee, it seems. I can't take this down without using my bow. And it took 1 hit. What about the scythe? It took 1 hit as well, It seems this one drops the infected flesh for the crafts you will need for this. It doesn't really attack you as well. It just floats in the air. I might be killing it too fast. Probably yes, definitely yes. So yeah, you don't really get to see what these guys can do. Next is the infected human, which is interesting and really cryptic looking. With okay, you can attack. It does seem like this is the infected version of, well, not me, but rather zombies. And if I kill it with a diamond sword, it drops more infected flesh. So it seems that all of the infected mobs will drop infected flesh. If I kill it with the infected scythe, it well, drops nothing else other than infected flesh, which is interesting. But okay then. Okay, the time is good, so we can check out more mobs. The next are the infected cows, well, the infected animals rather than the infected, well, normal cow and such. And these have a really weird, different mob called the spawn walking head, the cow. Basically, if I kill them, I believe, walking heads will spawn in their place, which is interesting. Anyway, let's spawn this boy, which looks genuinely really scary, looking at you with that blank black eye, and the animation is really well made, to be honest. The body of it is really well made. It does seem like it has a parasite which sucks all of the meat and such out, and it does seem that he has a ram attack, or well, to get closer to you. Or I might have just seen that for the first time. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, yeah, there we go. It did have a kind of a ram attack, which is a speed up attack. So let's kill this boy. And that's not what I expected. What are you? You attack. Okay, good to know. What are you? Oh, this is the. Oh God. Okay, no. This is where you can get the infected blocks. I'm going to kill you because no. And the infected blocks are basically normal blocks, but they are infested or infected. They don't do anything else. I believe they will spread, so we gotta watch out for that. The next is the infected sheep, which is, oh God, it's even worse. Oh God. It's basically just a faster version of the cow, and God, it looks ugly. I'm sorry, sheep, but you do look ugly. You must die now. And ooh, that's not what I expected. It's basically at the head of the sheep, except it's literally walking with the spine and the back of the torso literally ripped out. I'm just going to kill this one because I don't like his face. Anyway, let's go into times the day just because. And we also have the infected wolf, which is next. Man's best friend became infected, which, ugh, I just noticed that it's animated as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. But that's really scary. That's genuinely really scary. And it seems like it has a percentage where the walking head can spawn. So I'm just going to spawn the walking head as well in the pig, which is really scary as well, and who could have guessed it attacks. And the animations are basically the same, but they do look like their flesh has been mutated. Also, it seems that the infected blocks became, well, not infected anymore. Ew. That was really scary. So it does seem the infected blocks became, well, not infected anymore. And also, if you don't know how the mobs can infect each other, basically, if there's an infected mob, it can attack other mobs to infect them, which is a really interesting addition. The last is the infected villager. Oh my God, you look genuinely scary and really weird looking. I don't like you. I mean, I don't like any of these guys, but wow. And now it's raining as well. You must die now. And the exploding the blood, which is interesting. So we only saw the walking head of the sheep, but we didn't see the walking. I'm just going to, there. We didn't see the walking head of the cow, the wolf, the pig, and the villager. So, who could have guessed? It's as scripted as usual. It's basically just a walking head. It doesn't seem to attack us, but it rather runs away, which I'm not going to take lightly. Yeah, now it's said. The sheep we of course saw that attacks and then runs away. No. The next one is wolf, which is a bit smaller, but it attacks and runs away once again. The pig is probably the biggest of them all. It attacks you and runs away. And the last is the villager, which does the same, of course. Come on now, come here. And it's really fast. Oh my god. There we go. I almost didn't even catch up to him. So this should be the normal infectable mobs, and the next few should be the more interesting ones. The primitive long arm, and this has an adapted long arm version. All of these mobs, these 6 have an adapted version, so I'm going to take them out and going to take a look at what they can do. And then I'm going to take a look at the adapted version, which does seem like there's a torch in there, or like a candle, but you know. So the long arm and the literally everything else, you need to kill these to get the materials for the living scythe and the living great bow. And let's see. Well, we should start with the long arms. So I believe these are actual parasite-looking animals. Yeah, and they are really, really disgusting looking as well, and I like it. And if you get too far from them, it does seem that they will sprint at you, but usually he walks, which is pretty cute. And then he runs if you get too far away. So let's kill this one. It takes ooh. Do you infect me now? I don't believe that it can. It does seem that it is really strong, and even 20 attack damage needed 4 hits into him, meaning that this one almost has 80 hearts of health. Next is a primitive summoner. What can you do, buddy? Show me what you got. What if I get too far? He rather runs at me than, well, do anything else. Ah, there we go. Now it summons some of these mobs, which affects slowness, and they are really, really chunky. So if you get too far from him, I did see an animation, but I do want to see it again. Come on now. If I get too far from you, come on now. Oh god, they will infect the sheep. Come on. You won't show your face once again, but it does seem that it has been ripped open. His flesh does seem like it's a bit bloody, and also that was a pretty cool animation that it died with. So it does seem that it can only summon one wave, or well, 2 of those small mobs, which is pretty interesting. But I'm going to get far away from infectable mobs because I don't want them to be infected. Next is the Reeker, which has the blades, and it deals or poison damage. It does look like a really interesting horse with really scary arms, and I'm going to probably die, so I'm going to kill this guy as fast as I can. And it doesn't seem that it drops it 100%, so it does seem that you must kill a lot of Reekers to get the living scythe. Next is the primitive Mandukate. Come on, Fox, you can do it. Manducator. There we go. That should be good. Hopefully, I probably butchered it. If the creators of Scape and Run are watching this, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely dumb for that. So this is the Manducator, which does look like a really interesting wolf. And it does seem to be... It also deals a charging attack. Also does a charging attack. Interesting. I want to see that once again. But I can because I'm going to go into first or third person, and it didn't do the charging attack sadly. But the Manduka. This mob does look really interesting, but it does seem like the most boring of them all. Next is the primitive yellow eye, which you can get the bone to get the living great bow. I'm going to times the D for this. Oh, it's a floating mob, floating enemy, which closes on you and spits probably acid on you with little to no effect, because there we go. Oh, yep, that's a really potent version of poison. And I'm just going to shoot this guy down. I'm sorry, what? There we go. It does seem that he takes quite a hit, but there we go. Next is the bolster, the primitive bolster, which seems to be a really interesting mob. It doesn't seem to be that fast, but what if I get too far from it? Does it like stop, or does it do anything? It stops. That's all he does. Okay, I should probably kill it then. Maybe something will happen, because it does seem like this is a hive. Oh. Well, that was, well, quite sad, if I do say so myself. Anyway, next are the adapted versions of the mobs. I don't know how these guys will look, but I'm interested. Oh god! That's not what I expected. Oh my god. This was the long arm, and it has, ooh, it does hit quite hard. Oh no. It does hit quite hard, and even the living scythe has a bit of a problem taking the killing of this man. Come on. Oh god. No. Okay, he died. Oh my god. And it dropped, as I can see, long arm armor fragment. So it might be that the adapted versions can drop the parts you will need for the scythe. I didn't actually check that, so I'm not sure. The next one is the summoner. Oh boy. Oh god, you look really weird with a really weird mouth. I'm going to get further from you just to see. Oh my god, you're reading this fast as well. Oh, it summoned a infected human with, well, it dug some sand out as well. What if I get too far from you again? It did it again. Ooh, so interesting. Come on, die. Oh, it does it on periodically. Oh, that's interesting. And it died. It dropped infected flesh, or that was probably a zombie. So it seems like it does it periodically, and if you get too far from him or the mob, it will spawn infected humans. But if he's too close to you and can spawn mobs, it's probably a small spider we are going to take a look at later on. The next is the adapted Reeker. Oh god, you look really scary. I'm probably going to kill you as fast as I can, because I'm going to die from the poison. Okay, Jesus. We got poison 2 for about 5 seconds, which is quite long, to be honest. The next is the adapted this mob, which ooh, the face of it is just says outright scary. It says, free this man. It doesn't really seem that he can do anything. It just seems that this is a filler mob as well. The next is the adapted Yellow Eye, the Flying Man. Ooh! Now does he look really cool? He probably infects us with poison 2 and deals melee damage, or tries to deal melee damage. I'm going to kill you with that. Huh. And there we go. We also got a yellow eye bone, which is used for the infected or the living group bow craft. The last is the adapted bolster. Oh no! No! I don't like you. I'm going to get as far as I can and see what you can do for now. He does seem to have a really huge range and then just stop. So this might be just the meat shield enemy. Because man, does he take a lot of arrows. And he only spawns XP as well. It's pretty good because I killed about, I don't know how many mobs, and I am at level 21. So next is I believe one of the interesting mobs. Let's see. So let's start with 6 of them. Okay, so or 5 actually. So this is the Buglin, which I think is the mob that the primitive summoner can spawn. No, it's actually the small bug, which does look like the Text Conjurer, which is a YouTuber that makes modding videos. That's pretty cute. It does seem to attack me, and what? Oh, it goes underground. Ooh, that's also interesting. I'm going to come to this cow and see what he can do. I'm going to rather clear. Come on, buddy. Kill this cow. Infect this cow. Huh. Doesn't seem to be affected or looking for the cow where he wants to attack me. The next is a rupture. Oh, so this is the mob that can be spawned from the summoner as well. The heavy carrier. Oh, ew. I think he will explode if I kill him. So I'd rather get pretty far from him. Hey, creepier. Boom. Oh my god. Okay. So oh. Well, that was uneventful. Alright, now next is the flying carrier. You can do anything? Oh, I believe he probably drops enemies onto me. Or oh, it literally explodes into mobs. Oh my god. Which is a really interesting addition as well. And it does seem that one of those spawned a tower, which is really interesting. The spawn vigilante. Ooh. Ooh. You look absolutely, oh my god, disgusting. And you can really punch high, and you can, oh that's interesting. It can shoot lingering poison, which is pretty cool. But now I must do the time save because it's getting nighttime. And it does seem that he can knock you back really far, just so he can use his just so he can use his ability to shoot poison, which is a really good effect, and I like that. But it wasn't really a challenge if you got a bow, which is unfortunate for the mob. Anyway, let's see what's next. The moving flesh, the beacons. These have 3 stages, I see, and kyphosis. That should be probably how it's pronounced. The next is moving flesh, which is literally just moving flesh, and it doesn't like to be near me. It doesn't even attack you, it's just moving flesh. It does have quite a lot of HP as well. So this is the beacon, which is, oh, I see it. This is literally a beacon, which spawns enemies, I believe, if I get too far. And it infects the ground as well. Yeah, there we go. Ah, so this enemy probably sends waves at you, which is interesting. I'm going to kill it because we did see what he can do, and oh, whoops. And well, we did see what we can do, And it seems that the infected blocks will become normal blocks once again. Next is a beacon stage 2. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, okay then. That's really interesting. I believe if he can, if you leave this guy out for too long, he will become leveled up as well. So I'm just going to. Oh, does send different animals at you. That's interesting. Oh, he's going to explode. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm going to leave this guy out for a while. See what he can do. It does seem that he has like a spore effect as well near it. Oh god. This is a really good way to get the effective. Oh! No, you're no. Goodbye, doggy. Oh, poor dog. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry because he wanted to attack me and it's disgusting. It does seem that he doesn't really infect the ground as well. So yeah, you can see that there are spore effects, which is pretty cool. Oh! Oh, that's not what I expected. He can spawn the bigger spiders as well. Oh, he does infect the ground more. Oh, that's interesting. Let me put this flower down. So, and the enemies he can spawn, it just gets stronger. Interesting. And that spawned another beacon. Wait, it has roots as well. Interesting design. Gotta admit, I love this one. And well, I'm going to kill you because you won't evolve to stage 3, I believe. And now, the ground will become normal once again. Yeah. I believe it can infect any of the blocks, but if it gets killed, it will get back to normal stage, or like the normal blocks. Oh, there's also some infected flesh here. Also, the sound design is really good. So the last one is the stage 3, which is huge and has a pole literally at the top of it. I'm interested in what mobs can come out of this boy. Oh, he starts to infect it now. Okay, good to note. Oh, okay, it's the adapted, or well, no, it's the primitive versions of of the enemies. Ooh, that's interesting. Come on, what else do you have? Chiefs, of course. So the basic normal enemies, and you can spawn even more beacons. Pretty cool. I'm going to maybe even make a tower defense video about this, because this does look really cool. And it does seem that he had a... Oh god. He infects us with some poison or something like that. I also noticed that the summoner has flash things before, or the flash cuts before it gets it summons anything. So yeah. Do you do anything? Oh yeah, you explode. Oh, there. Oh god. Whew! You're even larger. Oh boy. And you also spawn some primitive yellow wires. I'm going to kill this boy because he's getting really strong. No getaway. Come on. Oh my god, he does take a lot of damage. Oh! Okay, this is getting out of hand. But we killed it at least. Whew. Really out of hand. So yeah, you will need really strong armor for this because mine even broke. Oh god. So yeah, you will definitely need some really strong armor for this. Oh, it died. There we go. Okay, so the next one is the kyphosis, which is whoa! Okay, I didn't expect that. Buddy, do you just slap me? Oh. No, you didn't do anything. Oh, okay, he's going to slap me. Yeah, and that's a really lot of damage. So it does take a bit of charge time. And you can see when it will slap you, so that's really cool. Oh, what? Okay, it's a bit interesting as well. And there we go. Now it's dead. The next few mobs will be quote-unquote bosses as well, so I might go into creative for that. So this is the Ancient Dreadnought and the Ancient Overlord. So the Warden. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I needed the feather falling. You look like a really big boy. And he destroys blocks. He destroyed my display. You bastard. Oh, ow. You also... Oh, he's dead. Oh, okay then. And the next one is the Sentry, which is probably a... Oh. I did think it was a grand enemy, and I believe he will now shoot stuff at me. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, now you will die. Goodbye. And now for the last few. We're going to go into probably creative for this because my armor is definitely not as good. But I do want to see what they can do. So let's get pretty far away from this because, I mean, there isn't anything else for the set, so you just can't be destroyed. So let's spawn the Ancient Overlord. This is one of the biggest enemies as well, and one of the coolest looking because of the coloration of its, well, literally everything. Ooh, what if I shoot it in the eye? Because it does seem like it has... Oh, it died. Well, that was not really fun. But it did seem like it was a really strong foe. However, it didn't even spawn anything. So, the last is the Ancient Dreadnought, which is, questionably interesting. Does he spit it? Oh, he does spit things at me. Oh, and if it affects Wither, which is interesting. And if I damage it enough, it will drop its tentacles. And, oh god, it even drops bombs on you? Oh no, it's infected bombs. Oh god. Oh no. Oh man. So you should probably you should probably not do this near your base because it will definitely get cut in half. Ouch. Ooh boy. Yeah, and oh, interesting. The tentacles does seem to be an entity by themselves, or an enemy by themselves, and they create a kind of particle. I believe I actually fought this before, and these will spawn those small buglins. Oh, yeah, the sheep are all infected now, which is probably not good. Goodbye. Yeah, the sheep are all infected now. Oh, good. Oh god, get back. Yes, as you can see, it did spawn the buglins here. It wasn't from the explosion, I believe. Yeah, it did spawn another buglin right now, so it wasn't from the explosion. It seems like only few of them will spawn them. Anyway, I'm going to kill the sheep just so we can't infect any more enemies. Okay, goodbye. Or any more mobs. And there we go. Should be good. That caused a lot of destruction, but I love that. This mod is genuinely really well made. The base, or well, the logic of it, of the enemies being... Oh god. Oh, you're not getting away. There we go. Of the enemies being really well made as well. It has a lot of potential, and I want to see this in 1.16 as well. So if the Scape and Run mod makers are out there watching this video, please make this into 1.16 update as well. It will take quite a long time, but it's really well made. Well, there's nothing else to say about it. It's really well made, and the weapons are really good as well. However, I want to see some armor, just because why not? And some of these items that the enemies drop, hi. Goodbye. Some of these items that the enemies can drop, like, let me get into creative quickly, like the, I believe, the manipulator orb and the No, this is also not used, I believe. The manipulator orb, and well, it's actually all that isn't used. So if you can make it, you can actually make an armor with the manipulator orbs of the 4 parts needing one, and it granting some kind of ability to maybe even spawn buglings, which would be pretty cool. So yes, anyway, that should be it. Thank you for watching. I'm Fox, and I hope you enjoyed this mod and this video as much as I did, because this is, I said this for probably the 10th time. This is really well made. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm Fox, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.